have been seeing in Ghana, people are protesting, but we never see people who break people's shop to steal something. But Nigerian youth are lazy to come out and protest. They are waiting for Donald Trump to come and solve their problem. And I don't think Donald Trump is going to help them to solve the problem. It's rather going to make it worse. Because my fear now, if something happened to Nigeria, Ghana is going to be affected, whether we like it or not, because they are going to move to Ghana. They are coming to Ghana. And I know what these people did to me before, so because me, I will never like any Nigerians. Because somebody will kidnap your child. How can you like that person? So my fear now, them coming to Ghana. I don't care what happened to in Nigeria. I don't have any family in Nigeria. But for them coming to Ghana, that is my problem. That is my fear. So please, Ghana immigration, please, we are begging you. Yes, Remo, your borders, closely. Why citizens sometimes in Ethiopia we have nobody. So that is what, and then you guys refuse to come together and fight for this. Look at what is happening in Ghana. It's so beautiful. Seeing Christians and Muslims are going out together. Nigerians refuse to do that. Both Muslims and Christians, they refuse to do that. You people should learn from the other country. They all are know. This one is from there, this one is Christian, this one is Fulani, this one is Hausa, this one is Igbo. You guys refuse to come out together. That is your problem in Nigeria. So I think you guys should come together as a nation and protest against your government, this old man that you voted for. Because I don't think in Ghana we are allowed like someone like Tinubu to rule out even 4 years. We won't allow that. Having Tinubu as an ECOWAS chairman is a disaster to Africa. Yes. Not even like we have other African leaders like Tinubu. So please, Nigerians, come out as a youth, as a human being. Don't involve religion and tribalism. Come out as a youth.
Did Nigeria really vote for Tinubu to be president? Because Nigerian to me, right? Nigerians are very...
Because if they voted for the other party, I don't think they will change the election. They voted for him.
I don't know, man.
And you know the other people also, they fear to vote for Peter Obi because of this Biafra. So that I have a friend both in Igbo and Yoruba. So they are fear.
Do you think it will be worse? Let me just put you on mute because you're echoing. Do you think it would be worse for Nigeria if there was an Igbo president? If there's any Nigerians in here, I hope there's a Nigerian in here somewhere. I think Ola is a Nigerian.
Can I speak? I would like to contribute.
Oh, Virtue, you're Nigerian. You're Nigerian, right?
I'm mixed heritage.
Okay, Virtue, I think I know who you are. But anyway, can you introduce yourself? And yeah, go ahead.
Salam alaikum, peace and blessings be upon the room. I hail by the name of Virtue, half Nigerian, half Black American and Caribbean.
Okay, go ahead.
To answer the prompt, I think sometimes you have to pay attention to detail, right? As a Ghanaian, I will pay attention to the fact that danger is knocking on your doorsteps. Some of us as West Africans want to pretend that we do not understand the current Islamization of Africa. And this is playing out in different quarters by way of different interest groups who are seeking to dominate and some who are seeking to leverage resources. Yesterday, we had a Ghanaian prophet who was able to mobilize millions of people to the promised land by way of building an ark similar to Moses to go and rescue self. If I was a Ghanaian, I will focus on my issue, right? The obsession that the Ghanaian has with other West African states, specifically Nigeria.
Right, Virtue, I know who you are. Right, stop playing games. Alright?
So let
Stop
me
playing
finish
games.
my
No,
submission.
Don't play games with me.
Mega, you see, I told you these people.
Hold on, SMP,
Bro,
hold on, go
refugees
me,
are
go
going
me.
to come to Ghana.
Go
Where's the
me.
refugee going to go?
1 minute,
Wait.
Virtue, I know who you are. You are an Igbo boy who go around lying about being from there and there. You are an Igbo boy. Right? Ghanaians don't have an obsession with Nigeria, right? I'll give you more time, don't worry, I'll give you time back. Don't worry, relax.
I'm not Igbo.
Okay, you are an Igbo boy. I know who you are, by the way. I know who you are. Like, I'm very, very good with voices and, I know who you are. So, please, don't go on about Ghana being obsessed. We're not obsessed. All right? You're very lucky that I'm even giving you the time of day to be on my panel chatting this shit that you're chatting right now. You're very, very lucky. Because usually, if you go on a Nigerian panel, they'll drop you like that, like a hot cake. So please, mind your words. Ghanaians are not obsessed. Okay? We are concerned. Ghanaians are concerned, and we have every right to be concerned. We have every right to be concerned because we are Africans. So don't come on my panel and say Ghanaians are obsessed. Don't ever say that again in your entire life.
All right. But you do realize...
You are an African. Listen. You are an African and I'm an African, right? So if something bad is happening in Nigeria, as an African, I will be concerned.
But you don't have the capacity to handle the potential refugees, right?
And do you have the capacity as a Nigerian to handle...
Well, at the end of the day...
No. Hold your words. We don't have the capacity, but yet Nigerians are running to Ghana.
Exactly.
We're saying the same thing.
No. Don't bring bad energy, or I'll drop you.
It's not bad energy.
Don't bring no bad blood. I want to arrest that.
Don't drop him. Oh man, don't drop him. I know it's annoying, but it's not. Don't drop him. I know it's annoying. It's annoying. No, listen, Virtue, listen to me very, very carefully. We're not doing this banter, Nigeria versus Ghana. No, we're not doing this banter anymore. It's done. It's over. Now we are talking about serious matters. I want you to answer this question for me. If Nigeria can go to Benin and help the Benin president to stabilize, quote unquote, stabilize, which I thought was really bad for Nigeria to do. What Nigeria did is against the ECOWAS law. But anyway, let's not even go there. If Nigeria can help stabilize Benin, why is it Nigeria cannot help themselves? Answer the question before you go on about Ghana.
My brother, when you have a state of Islamization, right, a nation who has infiltrated the government apparatus, everyone knows Nigeria has the military capability to tackle said militants or insurgents or Fulani bandits, but they don't want to do so because they are one in kind with these T groups. They're literally the same people. It's kind of like, why would you want to arrest your brothers from Niger when you know you're the exact same bloodline? So all I'm saying is, Ghanaians need to think carefully before they get themselves involved in this.
Again. No. Again, okay, Virtue, let me ask you a question. What does this prompt say? Read the prompt. read the prompt, Virtue. Unmute yourself and read the prompt. Okay, I'll read it. I'll help you out. Maybe you can't read, so I'll read it for you. US launches deadly strikes against Islamic State in Nigeria. It doesn't say Ghana, does it? It doesn't say Ghana. It says Nigeria. Why would the US be striking Nigeria? And you're more concerned about Ghana. You're trying to, as a Nigerian, you should not be giving Ghanaians any advice. Trust me. You are no. You are the last person on this earth to be giving Ghanaians any advice.
Because Ghanaians should not be speaking on the subject.
As a Nigerian,
Ghanaians should not be speaking on the subject.
As a Nigerian, you should never give Ghanaians any advice.
Do you understand that when you show care in terms of what you're trying to do, all you're doing is inviting the potential refugees, right? You cannot
Who's inviting them?
Can I come? Who's inviting them? Businessmen who come to Ghana. What makes you think you can cope with the refugees who are desperately more hungry and more aggressive in terms of their outlook? You can't even manage.
Do you think?
You can't even manage the local businessmen. Young boys, 22, 26.
This guy.
Can I come in to address some of the foundation?
Yeah, come in. You know, let me go on me because this guy is winding me up. Go ahead.
So, I think that one of the problems is that young people especially, do not understand what happened when the British came to West Africa. So the way the British administered Ghana was different from the way the British administered Nigeria. If you read a lot of history, you would see that the Fulani, but back to your question about the Fulanis. So the Fulanis were colonial masters themselves. They are coming to Nigeria, to northern Nigeria, predated the British coming to Nigeria. So the British found them, worthy, in quotes, to be given that authority over Nigeria. The British found them malleable, they found them agreeable, to give them that power to say, this is your territory, hold it for us. So that's why, they have the power in Nigeria, not the Hausas, not the Yorubas, but the Fulanis. They are the ones. If you want to be president of Nigeria, the Sokoto Caliphate must approve that. If you are to become the president of Nigeria, you must have the approval of the Sokoto Caliphate. If there's anything happening in Nigeria and the British send people to visit Nigeria, they'll first of all go to the Sokoto Caliphate. That was how the British administered Nigeria. And if you understand this will also give you that foundation, that basement, to now understand more critically and clearly the issues in Nigeria. The issues in Nigeria, they are different from the issues in Ghana. When I came to this country, I think it was my first time seeing Ghanaians physically, and I could see that phenotypically, there's no difference between a Nigerian and a Ghanaian. There's no difference. They are the same people.
You thought I was a Nigerian.
Sorry?
So, you thought I was a Nigerian. Who was it that thought I was a Nigerian? Someone thought I was a Nigerian. But anyway, listen. Huh?
I am a Nigerian.
Yeah, you're a Nigerian. Okay. You know what? Let's not even dwell too much on this. Let's give other people a chance to talk as well.
Can I say something?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Patience. Everyone will get their time. Okay, King Charles came before you. Okay, so King Charles, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to talk on this issue. I've listened to everybody patiently, and I'm trying to figure out the sense in what some people are saying. This issue, the south of Nigeria, predominantly Igbo. I don't want to make it a tribal thing, Igbo, North and everybody. But the south of Nigeria, predominantly Igbo, they're celebrating the arrival of the US, this airstrike, because there is an assumption among them that America has come to save Christians, in quote, right? But one thing that they have failed to consider is the antecedent of America. The antecedent of America, when you look at it, Libya, Iraq, Palestine, Iran, Yemen, Sudan, Somali, what they leave in their wake is destruction. Today, it's happening in the north. I'm not from the north. I'm from Edo State, which is in the south. Okay? Today, it's happening in the north. What is going to happen is that conflict is going to spill over to the south. Assuming it doesn't even spill, we will have a mass exodus of people from the north moving to the south at the moment. It's twofold. America has observed what's going on in West Africa. West Africa is there are so many revolutions happening in West Africa. Okay? And if you look at Nigeria and the geography of West Africa, you will see that Nigeria stands in a strategic position in West Africa. Now, to teach all the other African countries a lesson before they think about crossing America or any other Western country, what you would do as an overlord is to take out the giant. When you take out Nigeria, any other country thinking of crossing America or the West, they're going to think twice. Then the second thing is resources. If you follow international politics, you will observe that one thing that America is gravely in search of right now are rare earth materials, resources, and energy to drive their AI. And the reason they want to drive this AI is to leapfrog China. The time Donald Trump put tariff on China, the way China got Donald Trump to drop his tariff was China putting tariff on the rare earth resources that they were sending to America. Once that happened, America removed the tariff that they were and acceded to all Chinese requests. Then Donald Trump made a vow to himself, and he said it in the State of Nation. He said, getting rare earth resources is central to American national security. They've identified that these resources are around Africa. First, he has gone to sign a deal in Congo, right? And when he announced that, he said, we have signed a deal with Congo to take the resources. We will be rich. That is what he announced in the US. And another place that they found abundance of these resources is in the north of Nigeria as well. If America comes into Nigeria, they will come in to exploit the resources and devastate the entire population. And not just that, Nigeria will be used as a catapult to destroy the rest of West Africa. They will go in, plunder the rest of West Africa. We are seeing new colonization happening right now. And some people are still sleeping. They're still slumbering. Because right now it's happening to their enemies. They're still fighting tribal wars. They are fighting tribal wars with northerners, Fulani houses. Our house is burning. Instead of us to find a way to put out the fire, to douse the fire, we are clapping. We are saying, oh, our house is not burning yet. But our next door neighbor's house is burning.
King Charles, did you say that you was where did you say you're from again?
I'm from Edo State in Nigeria.
It's now Edo State. Now I've heard about Edo State. Are those Igbos?
We're close to Igbos. We're culturally, similar. In short,
Okay.
we're closer to Igbos than.
So do you think that the situation in Nigeria is it more tribal or is it religion? What is the problem? What is the actual problem of Nigeria?
Happening. Okay, let me tell you what is happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Igbos, I'm just saying it dispassionately. The Igbos will refuse to tell you, and it is the truth. Okay? What's happening in Nigeria? After independence, Nigeria was a unified state. We had progress. Different region, we had regionalism. Different region had their competition. They had the granite refinery in the north. I have several. Basically, our economy was booming. So what happened was that at that time, the first coup in Nigeria was organized by an Igbo person. And they reached an agreement with the north during that coup that these politicians are corrupt. Let's remove them and install a clean democratic system. Okay? And here is the plan. You go to your side, kill all your leaders, massacre them,
On a
all the
life,
political
on a life.
leaders, right? Okay, sorry, unalive them, and then we will go to our side and unalive our leaders. Okay, that was the plan. Those in the north, they went to their side and unalived all their leaders. The Igbos went back to their side and tipped off all their leaders and all their
So
leaders.
you're saying, in short,
escaped.
you're saying that it's a tribal thing and not religion.
It's a tribal thing, and this is why the Igbos and the Hausas can never forgive themselves. Because following from that, the Hausas retaliated and unalived many Igbos. That is
So
what
then
led to
why
the civil war.
do you have virtue? Why do you have virtue saying that it's religion? Virtue, I'll come back to you. In fact, I'll tell you what, virtue, I'll tell you what, let me calm down, right? Let me take my own advice. I'll take my own advice. I'm gonna let you speak uninterrupted. We're gonna let virtue speak uninterrupted.
Thank you very much, host.
All right, go ahead.
A man who understands how to dialogue without emotion, right? We have a problem across the motherland continent. A problem that some of us do not want to admit. A problem which has caused so much rife and confusion and instability, predominantly in the most populous nation of BLK people in Africa, which is modern-day Nigeria. The reality is a particular religious group have infiltrated every system from private to public sector to the point where the whole country can no longer function, right? How do you explain Nigeria has all this wealth and resources? However, northern Nigeria, which is specifically Muslim Fulani dominated, Fulani is not even indigenous to Nigeria. Fulani is literally 3 to 4% of Nigeria. But when they came there, they somehow dominated the landmass. They utilized the collaboration with the British government to subdue the other people of the north, right? So basically now they're the rulers, aka conquerors of northern Nigeria. But what do we find, right? They've not been able to demonstrate any type of value add to build the country. They've built pipelines to take the oil from the southern Nigeria, which is predominantly Christian, and they use it to live a lavish lifestyle. Every time you go and you look at the fraudulent cases of embezzlement and corruption, it's always a Fulani, right? Predominantly. The other day, there was a guy called Farouk. Farouk invested $5 million on his children to go to school in Switzerland, right? Little kids. Where did Farouk get $5 million from? Farouk is the regulator of the downstream regulatory authority for the oil and gas. The only reason he was exposed is because he was being a hindrance to Dangote's business operations. So what am I trying to say in essence, right? In Africa, we have a problem. We have a problem of Islamization of the motherland continent. This is the issue. This is not the only issue. It's one of the issues, right? But what these people do is the northern elites, who are mostly Fulani Muslims, they utilize radical Islamists, and they bring them sometimes from the border, Chad, Niger. They utilize them as manpower for political intimidation. And then when they're done with the politics, they leave those people alone. Those people need to fend for themselves. And these people now start the banditry, the kidnapping, looking for ransom. So it's a repeat cycle of exploiting young men because you're a northern Muslim elite, and you use the intimidation tactic to subdue and bully the rest of the country to the point where they now have to pay you jizya, which is part of their Quranic book, for survival. Unfortunately, everyone has been screaming out about this ongoing.
Who are these people that you are talking about?
Told you they are the Fulani northern elites, right?
The Fulani northern elites. Okay.
They've infiltrated the government, every single level of hierarchy from a public sector perspective. Can you imagine? They catch 100,000 Boko Haram terrorists and criminals, and they admit them into the Nigerian military, right? And then when the Nigerian military is telling you 2 years later they cannot capture or subdue the new set of Boko Haram graduates, everyone is acting confused. Please understand, I know some of you are very passionate, but this situation is a lot more complicated than you think. And all I would say is think carefully before you get involved, because once you allow double hydra
have we landed?
problem to infiltrate your system, all they're going to do is move over, right? So I'm just telling you now so you can understand what you're welcome to.
Have we landed?
You know what they say, law of attraction. The more you invest in
anyone got any response for Virtue?
the more likely that thing is.
I know that SMP has something to say.
Transmute.
Okay, Ola, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Peace and light.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Ola, go ahead.
Ola, I'm a Nigerian. You see, what is going on in Nigeria? I really like what King Charles, senior migrant or something, I'm very sure I've spoken about. The problem we have in Nigeria is that we're a very confused people, and we've refused to speak the truth. Our issues are largely political. You are operating a form of government. We have the federal system of government in Nigeria today. And this thing, obviously, this system is not working. How many countries has democracy really worked for, except the owners of the democracy? We are not looking at this angle. If you remember, any Nigerian who has read history would know for a fact that Nigeria did better years ago, even before people like me were born. We had a regional government, and it was doing well. We were doing excellently well. At least we made a lot of money from cocoa, from oil later in the years. But today, what are we having?